In Weatherford, I'm a recent bioengineering undergraduate, and I work in orthopedics regenerative medicine at the University of Colorado, and I'm hoping to go to med school in the entering class of 2020, and I'm here on behalf of HubLE at the ORS meeting 2020. So my research that I'm presenting today is mainly on developing a model, a non-invasive model in a rat to study treatments and prevention of post-traumatic osteoarthritis. And then I have another poster that I'm working, collaborating with on preventing bony bar formation in pediatrics using siRNA. And this is Caroline, and I'm going to introduce you to her. She's going to talk about her research and what she wants to do. So, Caroline?
Thank you. So my name is Caroline Granger. I'm a third-year med student at the University of Miami, Miller School of Medicine, and I'm planning to apply to orthopedic surgery residency in the fall. I'm here at ORS to present two of my projects that I've done recently. One of them is on looking at faculty productivity in our orthopedic department following restructuring of the residency program research rotation. So we first discovered that this restructuring, and I'm talking about in my poster exactly how we restructured, how that impacted increased resident productivity. And then this project in turn was looking at faculty productivity so that we can prove that our curricular change actually increased research productivity of the department. And then my other project is a basic science project in musculoskeletal oncology, and my focus there is in chondrosarcoma. And I was looking at this hormone called PRP1 that we've been studying in my lab, and looking at how PRP1 can tackle cancer stem cells in chondrosarcoma, and I did that by using a 3D tumor model called CRPs. So I'll be talking about both of those things today and tomorrow.
Caroline, can you tell me more about what got you into orthopedics?
Yeah, so it's like a very multifaceted answer, but in general, so I started out, I was a competitive swimmer growing up, and I classically had an injury, and so I saw an orthopedic surgeon, but that wasn't really why I wanted to do ortho in the first place. It just sort of introduced me to ortho. And then later I spent a summer at Case Western Reserve University School of Medicine during college, and did research there, not in ortho, but my PI's wife is an orthopedic surgeon, and so I shadowed her and spent time seeing, she's a trauma surgeon, so I saw like all different types of surgeries, and it was fascinating to me. And I had seen many different specialties, but nothing was as invigorating as that. So I went into med school thinking that I wanted to do ortho, but also keeping an open mind, and then just like experiencing the anatomy lab and learning just like all of the physiology that goes with ortho, and then experiences too in my personal basic science lab, or my PI's basic science lab, has really like solidified for me that I want to do it. And then now my surgery rotation has completely solidified. So just sort of all these experiences together created this interest that I have.
So if I were, I am a prospective med student, what advice would you have for someone like me, or if someone just wants to go into basic science, how would you go about getting into research, or what would you recommend?
I think if you're here right now, you're doing all the right things. Like, it's awesome that you're presenting posters at ORS, which is such a big meeting. I would say just find what you're interested in, and like usually, at least for me, when I've been doing research, I feel like things that I'm like actually curious about. So I think if you intentionally find projects that you want to keep doing and like that you'd like to do at 10 p.m. on a Friday night or something, like find the things that are going to make you really excited to work and that won't feel as hard. So I guess that's like the research side, and then med school, just like make sure that you take time for yourself, balance studying with also the things that make you who you are, and like don't lose sight of all of those hobbies that you have. I think that would be my best advice.
All right. Well, thank you for all that advice and the insight and sharing your story, and that's all we have.
Yeah, thank you.